John T. Hey, John. Reminded me of a guy named Eric Briggs, also known as the Catfish. We interviewed him a couple of years ago, and I'm going to reach out to Catfish and try to get him back on the show. And he's look, let me tell his story before I show you this elegant explanation that Eric has about the phenomenon we're looking at. And this all comes under the classification of, I think we're making it too complicated sometimes, but this is what we found out from him a couple of years ago. And I'm just going to just read his kind of bio. He writes this in his Facebook. And I don't have permission to show this, so Eric, please don't get mad at me. I'm just trying to be real here, right? And I'll get you on the show if you want to come on, so just write to me. I don't have your email right now. Eric Briggs writes, we have 3 suns, a red dwarf, G19, and an M-class ultraviolet blue spectrum black light Kachina, and their 9 massive planets have returned. So says my ex-boss, Senator Jim Davis, North Carolina Republican. I can neither confirm nor deny this is an accurate quote, by the way. This is just me reading the blog of Eric Briggs, who makes this claim. And I have no reason to disbelieve him either. When I presented my findings as his top investigator on the polar vortex, lunar roll, solar warming investigation I had worked on for 3 years privately, scared he would think me insane, his sister Kay stopped my presentation and began naming sons, changed the narrative, and he quit. And he moved into kind of an independent lifestyle, and he's made a couple of rough videos. One of them, which you're going to see here, is the best, to me, one of the most elegant explanations of planetary dynamics done on a rough board with golf balls I've ever seen in my life. Okay? 9 months ago, they tried to kill me for pointing out the moon is doing 180 flips every 12 hours to people that should have noticed long ago. That includes me, by the way. And I have noticed it, and I do know about it, and I do see the moon flipping all the time. But I don't mention it, guys, because it's just like, it's just another one of those obvious things, like the big sun halo. It's like after a while, it's like, okay, I've said it enough. I'm not going to say it anymore. But I know that we've seen a lot of these different discussions. But check out, now that you kind of know Eric's background, and it's not just another Nibiru guy, right? Just another Planet X channel. Listen to what he has to say.
Yes, I made it. Here's our moon. It usually does this. Okay. Which it's still doing. We usually do that. We spin in the same direction the moon orbits. It moves 6.21 degrees every 12 hours. See that? Every 12 hours for 28 days. And in relation to it and the sun is how we see its shadow, period. Okay. And it should always rise just about the same spot every day. Minus 23 degrees for tilt on our planet every season. See that? I'm sorry, this is my 3rd video. I'm not very good at this. We're spinning. I got it. He's trying to help. And this moon spins the same, oddly, and it keeps its face towards us all the time. Right? That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to rise, one side lit, set the same side lit. Well, it's not, because another sun, over here, let's pick one up off the floor. Uh-oh. Here's a sister.
So basically, the second sun comes from the floor of Eric's workshop. No, just kidding.
Here's its sister, because there's 2 of them. All of a sudden grabbed our North Pole and made a polar vortex. See that? We're in a tug of war. That shit pulled us onto our side. We're still spinning the same direction. That's why everything comes up eastish and westish. Our direction and spin never changed. Our orientation has changed. Now we see the moon rising like that every day. Like it's dancing around our planet. And it's doing flips. Well, it's because we're rotating like that now, instead of like this. See that? It's like this. See? Here you go. We're rotating. Nothing's flipping. Everything coming up in the east, sitting in the west. Nothing flips. Over 12 hours, 24 hours, 36 hours, 72 hours. Until something grabs your North Pole and starts to make you flip like that. See that? Yeah. That's why you and the Big Dipper are doing cartwheels. That's why your weather gets worse every year. This began it.
So that gives you the simplest explanation I've ever seen on the planetary dynamics that we're seeing right now. And still, Eric Briggs is one of the most credible whistleblowers I know. I'll leave that up to you for yourself, but he just started a new channel, Catfish Class, where I don't know how long it's been up. I just rediscovered him again through, like I said, John T. Please go give him a subscribe and a like. And again,
don't subscribe and like. They killed my channel. I'm showing you work I've already done because I'm tired of doing it. I'm sick of doing it. Somebody bigger than me needs to be doing this. Somebody bigger than me needs to be telling people.
To feel alive when we drive. Introducing the all-new...
They're threatening
me. Because, let's take a look at this first one. This first one is from Arizona. Let me push this one off to the side, right?
You see that?
You see that we're level because the
That's our moon.
pointing up, right? There's
it shouldn't look like that. It rises like that now.
Not sideways. How in the Sam Hal do you get the moon being tilted like that? It's time for us to look at the moon very, very closely now, guys.
This is an Air Force guy talking.
Observing the where the moon's coming up, where it is at nighttime, and all that kind of stuff. We need to take a close look at this because this is significant. We're looking at a major, major tilt of the Earth. There's no other way to explain it, really, because if you think about the moon is just going to accept the sunlight from the sun, right?
So many people have seen just this video.
Now, that's okay. Maybe that's normal.
And started looking.
Right? But then, at about the same time, we had
this is one of these early videos
from Kentucky.
Oh, look, it's rolling.
So if you have two different delineation points on the Earth, and they're not seeing the same or approximately the same vertical orientation of the moon, and when you have a half moon, you can really see this. So if you're in a clear place tonight, go out there and observe the moon and tell me if you don't see it flip. Because that's what it's been doing for the last, I don't know, since 2012.
Do you want to be the last person to see the moon flip? Y'all get on this live link thing and start making fun of me. I'm not playing. People are seeing this shit. And it sure as hell ain't normal. I don't even know what to tell you about how normal it isn't. You know, we can go back here to old Steve's channel. He's got a bunch of videos on it. See that?
You were
That's how the moon should look.
I
should never turn upside down.
But I went on a temporary
That's a north and south hemisphere view.
USS Texas, which meant that I was filling a hole. I wasn't doing my rate.
You better watch it, man. Attack Chihuahua, eat you. See what else he's got on here. Because this is my work.
And I have special guest Briggs on a Friday. Eric, how you doing, buddy?
Look at that. You shouldn't see that every night.
The day I've had, how are you, Steve?
I'm doing great, but before
how can you guys sit there and be so mean? I am trying to save your life.
I want to read a little note from a subscriber and a picture from a Facebook account. A friend posted this on Facebook Tuesday night at 10:20 p.m. The stars appeared to have shifted counterclockwise by several degrees from last night, Monday night, about 15 degrees counterclockwise. Another friend commented on his post and said she noticed the same. I thought you might want to ask your astronomers. And I'm like, well, hey, I got one of my astronomers on right now. Hi, Eric. 2 photos, last night and today, which was the 19th. And that was the difference in the moon position. Thoughts?
Well, our moon is from horizon to horizon actually doing a 180-degree roll. It's rising, the very top of it will be lit on the horizon, and by the time it sets, the very bottom of it will be lit. and is rolling in a clockwise manner over the 12 hours that it's in the sky.
Okay. And furthermore, I've got second picture here. You set off a firestorm, my friend.
Huh.
And
Because people are
this is
seeing it instead of
heading-
making
this
fun
has-
of me.
includes a heading,
Jackasses.
and this
You should look.
is
You have
at
children,
506
you should be looking
Midwest.
at this. You should be bottling
And
water. You shouldn't
basically,
be on
just
my fucking
everybody's
page
sending
acting
in
like a
and protracting the
pre-adolescent
moon now
adult
and finding that
and
what
making
you're saying is
stupid
true.
stupid
But I think
remarks.
it's led to some
You should be
problems
looking
for
at
you,
what
my
I'm
friend.
pointing
Guess
at.
what happened, guys? Catfish was shut down on YouTube.
Where can you find a burger that mixes the smoky and the savory with the crispy and the...
Yeah, they shut me down on
Hi,
YouTube
everybody.
because of
It
that
is
golf
Steve
ball
Olson
video.
with WSO. And I, as promised,
cute?
have special guest Eric now for, I guess, 4 months or so.
This is our Schumann.
That, as what we're going to prove to you guys today, are this human resonance and these kickbacks right here, we're going to show you, is the Earth fighting back. Watch. So here we go. First thing you need to understand about what we're going to show you is just a quick diagram here. Before I do that, I'll show you a really wild picture. Yeah, right? Because I know how much everybody likes to see the pictures. But let me tell you
See the
something. The
title?
science that we're about to get into is very
See the
critical.
person doing this
not only
work?
from a science standpoint, but also from a spiritual standpoint. Now, here we go. Now, this is what we're seeing when we look at this little chart. What Eric and
wanna
I are
learn
saying,
more?
and thank you to the subscribers
Go there.
who built this.
Okay?
What a helpful little.
The work has been done. People are seeing it. Do you see what's going on now? Look at that. Earth is trying to be a capacitor, and it's blowing back at us. How do I know it's blowing back at us? Because you can see the time bar rolling down here and telling you where you're at. Right there. It exploded and then blew back at us. You see it in the arrows? That's polarity. They're confused, aren't they? You see the charge inside the satellite zone? That white dotted line is the satellite zone. The back of our planet is very deeply charged. That's why your cell phones aren't working right. That's periodic through the day. That's why we're having huge storms, quakes, and everything. This is a capacitance. It's building a charge and discharging. It's not able to discharge, therefore it's building heat. Any capacitor that stops discharging builds heat and expands, cracks. Nothing good comes of it. That's why Yellowstone is closed. That's why your earthquakes are going crazy. Right there. That's why our tides are going crazy. You need to bottle water and get inland. This is survivable. They count on you staying by the sea. They're threatening me. They've tried to arrest me for telling people this. This is something you can see. I'm not breaking any laws. There's no non-disclosure agreement with me on this whatsoever. I am free to speak about it. I am a free man to speak about this. And I'm showing you people.